Pyotr Anton, this is MCC Moscow. How do you copy us? We called you. Okay, another MLI flap or cover is removed, and now I will have to get closer to the clamps.
Pyotr Anton.
Pyotr Anton, MCC Moscow.
Вас слышим.
We can hear you. Pyotr Anton, Mission Control Moscow. How do you copy? Pyotr Anton, MCC Moscow. We did not hear your answer.
Петя, Антон, проверка связи.
Pyotr Anton for com check.
Петя или Антон.
Pyotr or Anton, com check. How do you copy? Respond.
Ответицу по Москве в канале СГ-2. Антон, ответь.
Anton, MCC Moscow on space to ground 2.
Station Houston on Space Ground 2 for a voice check.
Станция Хьюстона во втором канале по проверке связи.
Station Houston on Space Ground 2 for Anton or Pyotr.
Петя, Антон, проверка связи, как слышите?
Pyotr Anton, com check. How do you copy us?
Петя, Антон.
Piotr, Anton.
Слушайте.
This is Kayla for a voice check on Space to Ground 2.
Kayla, we hear you loud and clear. How you can hear us?
Have you loud and clear as well? Ground said they were having trouble getting comm from you. I'll report back to them on 3 that I have you loud and clear.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Station Houston on Space to Ground 2 for voice check. How read? Station Houston on Space to Ground 2 for Kayla on voice check. How read?
Да, что-то какая-то тишина.
So there is some kind of eerie silence reigning.
Проверка связи, как слышите.
Piotr, Anton. So, Piotr, are you going to be there long? You know, I have removed one wire tie and have 2 more to remove. Piotr, until the testing through the ground side, we have very little time left. It is Moscow.
Ну да, там соглашение потерять.
Okay, I will have to double check that I won't lose the container, so it is secured.
Этот контейнер, он нам не нужен.
Well, we don't need this container, but we don't want to lose it.
Да, терять ничего не надо.
No, we should not lose anything.
Anton and Theodore, this is Kayla. I just want to let you know that ground is troubleshooting an audio issue. They can hear you loud and clear. However, their comm is not making it up to station or to you on Space to Ground 2, and they're working that now.
Okay, thank you, Kayla. We will pronounce all our actions. The ground will hear. Thank you very much.
Copy that, and you guys are doing an awesome job. We have a front row seat from the cupola, and it's been really fun watching you. Hope it's going well.
Thank you. Yes, we have real fun too.
This is Mission Control Houston, 4 hours, 5 minutes into today's spacewalk. Anton Shkaplerov and Pyotr Dubrov continuing their work, having completed the installation of cables and a pair of Core's automated rendezvous antennas on the Prishal node module that you see here in the field of view. Currently, we are troubleshooting a minor communications problem with one of the 2 primary space-to-ground uplink voice communications channels. And so communications is being relayed to the 2 spacewalkers through NASA astronaut Kayla Barron inside the International Space Station.
Station Houston on Space Ground 2 for voice check.
We hear
Station
you.
has you loud and clear on 2, Houston.
And we hear you from outside too. Loud and clear. Yes.
Okay, we copy.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, we copy.
Петя, Антон, проверка.
Piotr, Anton, com check on Space to Ground 2.
Слышите?
We copy you loud and clear. Just excellent com. Great.
And here on the ground, the communications flight controller, the Cronus, as she is called, recycled the power channel between the ground here at Houston and Space to Ground 2, and that cleared up the problem, which was momentary in nature. So we're back to normal communications once again. The crew is awaiting a test of the Corps' automated rendezvous equipment, the connectivity between the Naoka multipurpose laboratory module and the Prishal node module. This antenna cable combination just installed. This ultimately will ensure the capability of approaching Russian visiting vehicles who will be docking at the Prishal module to have full navigational data capability being relayed back and forth between the vehicles themselves and their docking port at Prishal. So the spacewalk ongoing with Shkaplerov and Dubrov now pressing ahead to hook up a television cable to provide TV connectivity between Naoka and Prishal. And we are just a few minutes away from a Corps' rendezvous system antenna test between the flight controllers at the Russian Mission Control Center in Korolyov and the vehicle to ensure that the newly installed Corps' equipment on Prishal is operating as expected.
The other side. Volodya, could you please remind me my translation path? To the target, it is plane number 1, Anton. Okay, first plane. So, in which direction should I move? Forward, if you can see my position. Okay, so there's a handrail here and the removed MLI flap. So, at what handrail you are now at? 73, 26, 27. Okay, copy.
Значит, это противоположная сторона.
It is the opposite side, Anton.
4 АУВК, это была вторая плоскость.
So where you installed the 4 AVK antenna, it was plane number 2. Now you will have to move to plane number 1. Okay, so I will have to go around the locations where the MLI was removed. Yes, that's correct. So you move towards MLM and translate across plane number 2, Anton. Okay, MLM, plane number 2. So you will reach plane number 1 and then go down between plane number 1 and 2. All right, sounds good. Let me figure it out first.
Spectacular view of the Prishal node module as the International Space Station flies into an orbital sunset over Athens. Shkaplerov and Dubrov now 4 hours, 12 minutes into their spacewalk, continuing to work, currently moving a television cable to connect the television system capability between the Naoka multipurpose laboratory module and the Prishal node module. Additional handrail limiters are being installed on a variety of handrails on Prishal as well. These limiters are devices to prevent tether hooks from getting snagged on the handrails themselves for future spacewalkers.
I use the wire tie to tie the cables together. The cables are going to be secured underneath the antenna, and the wire tie is not going to be in the way when the antenna unfolds. Great. Then you can please leave the area so that we can send the command to open the antenna. Will do. And what are you going right or left? I have only one route available, to the right. Well, I'm with you. It's not too hard of a path. Okay, so I'm going fast and over you, and we see it. Do you want me to move a little bit more? Could you please confirm, guys, could you please confirm that the antenna is, you have cleared the antenna and you're away from it? Yes. Thank you.
While we pass in between satellites on our tracking and data relay satellite system, we'll regain the video downlink that you've been enjoying throughout the course of today's spacewalk momentarily. In the meantime, this view from a balcony camera at the Russian Mission Control Center outside of Moscow, where Russian flight controllers continue to look over the shoulders of Anton Shkaplerov and Pyotr Dubrov in this first spacewalk of 2022 out of the International Space Station.
Seems like, okay, I see that the antenna is opening up. Great. And it's a shame we are not getting any video right now. We copy your report. Copy. All right, we confirm there is movement. The antenna is moving. We see it. We see the antenna is moving. Looks like the antenna has opened up successfully. You've been working for 4 hours, 16 minutes, time outside.
And at the 4-hour, 16-minute mark into the spacewalk, Shkaplerov and Dubrov reporting that the Corps' automated rendezvous antenna just installed on the Prishal module has opened and activated as planned on command from the Russian flight controllers in Korolyov. So good news in that regard. Prishal now should have a nominal Corps' automated rendezvous system, the passive side of the system, the approaching visiting vehicles coming to the station for a docking to Prishal always have an active Corps' rendezvous system. The Corps is the automated system that basically bounces radio signals back and forth like beacons to upgrade and update navigational data into the onboard computers of an approaching vehicle that tell the vehicle how far they are from the docking port, in this case Prishal, and what the rate of closure is.
Piotr, do you see that kind of got tied around me a little bit? And there are two different ones, right? Yes. These are two different ones, and they both go around your tethers. All right, you're saying around the tether, correct? Okay. I can get the crew lock bag now, and I will not do anything with the retainer, but I can start working on the MLI. And I'm near the A2 area. So, and I am near Theta 2. And I think if I use the handrails for plane 2 and move to the left, then I can get to them. Well, some of the handrails...
This is Mission Control Houston, 4 hours, 19 minutes into the spacewalk. If you're looking closely, you can see at the top of your screen the CORS automated rendezvous antenna with the antenna spinning as it is scheduled to do during this test, implemented by the Russian flight controllers in Korolyov, now slowing down as planned. This signifying a good test of the CORS antenna and the connectivity in the cabling that was routed between the Prishal module and the Naoka multipurpose laboratory module at the bottom of your screen.
And I can give you my tether, and you can connect and secure the MLI with it, to it. All right, I've got the tether. So do you want me to tie it around you? Is that what you had in mind? Yes, just make sure that the length of the tether is sufficient. It's too short. Is it going to be long enough to tear it off? Well, and there is another knot. How do you untie it? Do you even have to untie it? Yeah, you have to untie it. What did you do? In one place, I just untied it with your gloves on. Yes, with my gloves on, and in the other, just tore it off. And should I just maybe I can just tear it off, but here it's screwed on. So where that tape is sewn, that's where you can try and tear it.
Давай дальше пойду, а ты что? Ты есть чем отрезать?
Well, let me push forward. Do you have what to cut it with? Well, I have some tools in the crew lock bag. All right, just secure it to the tether and press on. Understood.
Все равно крылок-бэк нужен.
But we still need the crew lock bag. Peter, Anton, we got a question. When there was no comm with the ground, could you hear each other? Yeah, we heard each other really well, so copy, thank you. Peter, Anton. Course test has been a success. Thank you. Everything was great. It all worked out. That's really good news then. And the target is right here. All right, I am in position 1. So you have the opportunity to walk around, but maybe you can stay here and pull. Okay, well, we can do that. Okay, I've got the crew log bag with the Lancer to cut off the MLI. Did you copy? I did. Okay. The most convenient. Would you please tell us, Moscow, should we move through plane 2 or plane 4 to get to where? To the MLI that you want us to remove. Well, you want to install the control unit first. Yes. So it's going to be the small target. So it needs to be bent here, right? Oh, no, I'm asking not about that. I was asking where you want me to put the wire tie. I think, first of all, we need to remove the cover before we install everything, because otherwise we may not be able to reach it afterwards. And secure it around the French hook.
This is Mission Control Houston, 4.5 hours into today's spacewalk by Anton Shkaplerov and Pyotr Dubrov. The two cosmonauts continuing to work through their timeline for a spacewalk expected to last over 6 hours and 40 minutes today as they continue to outfit and integrate the recently arrived Prishal node module into the Russian segment of the International Space Station. The two cosmonauts have installed handrails, removed thermal insulation from those handrails on Prishal to facilitate future spacewalking activities on the node module and in the vicinity of the Naoka multipurpose laboratory module. They also installed cables for the core's automated rendezvous system on the multipurpose laboratory module, as well as a pair of core's automated rendezvous antennas. Those were tested and checked out and found to be in good shape. The two cosmonauts are currently in the process of installing a television cable to provide TV capability between Prishal and Naoka, and soon will be installing docking targets on the node module itself.
Right, looks like it's secured really tightly. And where do you suggest I attach this thingy? Also use the wire tie? Or anything else that I can find around? Tell us. So we are attached with the small rods. Can I work with it without actually reattaching the small rod to myself? If the crew lock bag is nearby, then yes. Well, the crew lock bag is attached to me and secured to me. Well, and the hose is not cooperating here either. Right. You have to use the handrail, and it will help you guide it there. Or maybe it's not that. No, don't do it like this. Go back. It was actually looking much better before. Basically, you will be retrieving it. Like that? Like this? The direction of the antenna should be as follows. Vertical, and then it's tilted and then turned. The bracket should be turned away from the plate, and the target should be pointing in the direction of the approaching vehicle. Well, maybe you can give us some sort of a direction where to point it. Could you move the camera, zoom the camera out a little bit? It looks like, yes, it looks right. I just wanted to express my deepest gratitude to whoever sewed all this on and secured it so tightly. Thank you, guys. Anton? Go ahead. Are you starting with the second antenna? Is it, hold on, is it the second? Is it the big one or the small one? The small one? Did you see the little one? Hold on, we're getting the video back. Honestly, I don't like this lock here. And you've been telling us to make sure that it's installed correctly. Well, it's the way it is. I'm just telling you that it's not the best of locks that we can have there. Do you want to say that it's not attached securely? Seems like it is attached. Are you seeing the video? No, not from your camera. Well, we'll stand by. And if this one is also sewn on the same way as the previous one, that's going to be something. Piotr, so you're almost at the antenna? Yes, I'm next to Anton. Just as you were opening them up, well, and then I'm following into Anton's steps and just picking everything up and like. Anton, this is Moscow. One more time. Tell me, why do you think it didn't install correctly? Well, because of the latch. I think it's okay. Are you getting the video? No, not yet. But it seemed to us that it was fine. The last image that we got seems like everything was fine. And it's just as sitting reliably as the other antennas. Well, I'm not sure. Anton? It has 3 or 2 positions. Only 2 positions to install it. No, only 2 positions to install the antenna. Oh, and the retainer also has only 2 positions, left and right. And it doesn't matter which side you take. Well, I didn't manage to see what the markings, which side is which. So I didn't get a chance to see it. So. Can I hook onto this end of the antenna? Yes, you can. Okay, here. I removed the MLI on this side and gathered it up and placed it in the trash bag. Okay, copy. In order to remove it, should I just unwind the Velcro?
Там у нас еще было место с FT, я помню.
I think there was another MRI.
Видимо, кругом обойти, посмотреть.
Ты вначале снял?
So did you remove it at the very? You did remove it at the very beginning of the EVA.
Там было в одном месте, я снял.
At one location, I removed horizontal MRI and then the vertical handrail. I don't think I removed the MRI from there. You don't think so? No.
Мишень.
Vladimir,
Мишень.
what should I do with the target?
С обратной стороны ручка там.
Is it in the way? Yes. There's a handle on the other side. Okay. Go ahead.
Винкиш ты отвинтил?
You did remove the screws, right? On the back side, take a look.
Сзади на контейнере.
On the container, take a look.
Надо развернуть.
Okay, I got it. I just need to turn it around.
Петя, между третьей и четвертой, наверное, ты имел в виду.
You meant between 3 and 4, correct?
Остатки.
Да, возможно.
Yes, possibly.
Вот ручка.
That's where the left MOI is. Okay, here is the handle, and okay, I am located
На 8?
by 8.
Нет, что-то не то.
No,
Не те.
hold on a second. No, these are not the right ones. Look to the right.
Тут один есть, вот на 12.
There is one here near the handles
Справа.
on the right side.
Можно видеть.
Okay, I don't think you can see this.
Одной рукой держать, другой себя. Чин оставили, правильно, да.
Yes, you left it there. That's correct.
Так, я нахожусь рядом
So I'm located
с видеокамерой.
near a video camera.
Вот, в принципе, весь инструмент у меня с собой.
I have all the tools in the fluid bag,
Заняться камерой.
so I can work with the camera, move it, and then I can translate and remove the remaining MLI.
Ты можешь немножко отдохнуть.
You can also get a break, get some rest.
И начнешь срезать.
The sun is going to go up in about 3 minutes.
Так, а снимать ее придется Антону, да? Здесь
And Anton will have to be removing it, correct? He will need an extender here.
Так, мне надо будет срезать 3 контролки.
And I will need to to cut off 3 wire ties.
This is Mission Control Houston, 4 hours, 48 minutes into today's spacewalk. A good view of Anton Shkaplerov, the Expedition 66 commander, at the top of your screen, along with Pyotr Dubrov, just below him, both working on the Prishal node module as they are hooking up television cables that will provide connectivity for the television systems between Prishal and the Naoka multipurpose laboratory module that you see at the bottom of your screen. Everything continuing to go extremely well. The installation and hookup of Core's automated rendezvous antennas and cables checked out just fine by the Russian flight control team in Korolyov outside of Moscow a short time ago. The television installation of the cabling, along with the transfer of a television camera from one port on Prishal to another that is upcoming in the next few minutes, continues the outfitting of Prishal for its ultimate integration into the Russian segment of the International Space Station. Today's spacewalk began at 6:17 a.m. Central Time, 7:17 Eastern Time, the first spacewalk of 2022 out of the International Space Station, the third for Shkaplerov, the fourth for Dubrov, and the first out of the International Space Station this year, the second for Expedition 66.
So I'm going to remove the removable tie. So it's only now secured by this tie, correct? Yes, that's normal. And right now I need to unfold it. Or should I not unfold it? I don't. Somehow I can't unfold it. I'm not sure. It just wouldn't go. It looks like the rotational axis is misaligned. And by 1 second. Oh, here is another Velcro piece. Do you, you don't think I'll break it, do you? Anton? Try? Yeah, there was an LOS, I think. On the target beam, there is a There is some sort of a trigger. Try to pull on that one. Are you talking about the base?
This view now of the docking target that is going to be installed on the Prishal module, a pentagon-shaped object that is used for television awareness and situational awareness for the cosmonauts inside the Russian segment of the International Space Station so that they can ensure that approaching Russian vehicles are aligned properly with that target for contact and capture during a particular rendezvous.
Well, the idea is if I apply some force, at the same time there are 4 bolts. I'm not sure what they're for. Small ones. Do you think I should have removed those? No. Pull on that pin that you were touching on the axis of the antenna. Yes, on the face of the antenna. Yes, right here. Okay, to the left. To the left alongside. Okay, I got it. Okay, correct. Yes, I got it. Yeah, I was thinking you just wouldn't move. Here we go. And pull it to the very end. Yes, hold on to it. Yes, it worked. Thank you. Okay. Thank goodness. So it goes out and then it looks like it hits something. Or do I need to lift it? Can you tell me if the trigger is up? I think so. Okay, then to the left and sideways. One more time. Further. Anton? Also in the opposite direction to the sideways. And the other opposite direction is where? How does the lock work? I think it sunk. I see in this position it should sink in this lock and then you need to move it to a click. It just wouldn't go. Okay, here it's moved. Don't touch that part. So I shouldn't move it to the other position? No. Try to move left and right. No, I think it's well seated. I think it looks good now. So it's not reaching up all the way up. So I think it looks normal. Okay, thank you. I think it is set. Thank you. When you remove the hook, please insert the tether back in there.
Владимир, а на световом блоке контровки
Vadim, what about the lighting unit? Is there any wire tie that needs to be cut? So you're saying you don't want to pull out the cutter twice? No, there's nothing there. Okay, that's good.
вот я 3 контровки на камере перерезал.
So I cut 3 wire ties on the camera. There's one thing that's secured with bolts. I couldn't quite see whether I'm going to pull it out. I was able to cut it off, but it's still secured with bolts. Yes, you need to remove the bolts in order to to fully remove it. Can you see? Is it looking good? See what? I put the lock pin back inside. Is it looking normal? Yes. So if you can move the camera so we can see the target a little bit more. This way. Further back. This one looks good. That looks good. Well, I can remove a couple of bolts from the camera. Sounds good. Anton, what do you think? Do you think you can push the container away now? No, you need to move. I think you need to move to either plane 2 or plane 4. Speaking simultaneously. There are 2 wire ties here, Vladimir. Should I remove them? Well, you can leave the wire ties on the handrail. That's fine. What I'm saying is they are on the container. Okay, if they're on the container, you can leave them there. Okay, I left them there. So this is secured with a rack to myself. So I am near plane 2. What were you saying? You're near 2? I am near ISP number 2. No, I think that's number 1. Yes, that's the first one, yes. The second one is further away. Do I need the second one? Is it number 2 or 4? Along the circular handrail. You can if you were translating along the circular handrail closer to the MLM, because there they installed the antenna. Well, the sound that the pump is making is changing. Gennady, do you give me a go to turn the pump on? I will call him in a minute. Gennady gives you a go. Activate it. Okay, turned it on. Inaudible.
Так, я поднимаюсь сюда, к МЛМ.
So I am going to translate up over here to the MLM.
30 к Петру.
Так, один болт я выкрутил.
I removed one bolt. I backed out one bolt.
Снимается.
And I can't remove it. Comment inaudible. Should I translate toward Peter or in the direction away from him?
Вот я сейчас прошел по поручню.
Well, right now you translated along the handrail.
Переход к следующему боковому.
Please
Уже второй будет.
check out
Ну, я понял.
the direction of translation. Check out the translation path to the next step. Well, am I going to go to Peter? How am I going to translate it over him? He's standing there.
Да не, я шучу, извини.
What did you say? I apologize. It was a joke. So where should I go?
Ты развернись
Please turn around on the handrail
над вторым узлом.
over
Ты первый обогнул, как бы.
assembly 2. You already walked around
Наверное, вторые.
assembly number 1. So I think I'm between assembly 1 and 2.
Туда ко второму подойти и...
So should I approach the assembly number 2 and then I should jettison it, correct? Yes. Go to the second one. Basically, along the plane of assembly number 3.
Куда земля бежит, туда.
So in the direction of the Earth movement. Okay, in the direction of the SM.
Так, мне надо забрать...
Okay, I need to take one tether.
Пальцы не слушаются.
My fingers don't move.
Все слушаются, да.
I backed out 2 bolts. I secured the bolts over the small rats.
Так.
Okay, I'm trying to reach bolt number 3. So I'm on plane 2. How do you see me? You look great from a side. You look great from the direction of the USOS. It doesn't look very convenient here, though. Okay, well, Vladimir, I'm holding it.
Давай. Аккуратненько направление выдерживай.
So do you think you're going to maintain the required direction? It's not very convenient here. So it's flapping around. It's very light. And I think there is a curve.
3:12.
Well, 3:12. So I pushed it off.
This is Mission Control Houston, 5 hours, 10 minutes into today's spacewalk. The first item to be jettisoned on today's spacewalk.
Separating in the
An empty container has been tossed overboard. This is the first of several items to be jettisoned by the two cosmonauts outside the Prishal node module. Meanwhile, all of the other tasks for today's EVA have been successfully completed up to this point. All of the cables for the Core's automated rendezvous system on the Naoka multipurpose laboratory module have been connected. Core's antennas have been installed. Docking targets on the Prishal module have been installed. A television cable to provide inter-module connectivity between Prishal and Naoka was also installed, and the crew is in the process of completing work to relocate a TV camera on Prishal from one port to another. There will be several other items that are expected to be jettisoned retrograde from the International Space Station. The plan had called for the jettisoning of an antenna cover, two empty containers, and some other hardware no longer needed on board the International Space Station for today's spacewalk.
Я тут НЛО запускаю. Да, я слышу.
Unintelligible. Yes, I heard you. This is Piotr.
Так. Есть, Богдан справился.
Okay, I managed to deal with the boat
Так.
eventually.
Все, осталось распаковать разъемы, и можно камеру снимать.
Now we'll have to demate the connectors, and I will remove the camera from its location. Copy, Piotr?
This is Mission Control Houston. Just to clarify, the item that was jettisoned a few moments ago by Anton Shkaplerov and Pyotr Dubrov from the Prishal module was the container that the docking target that has been installed on the Prishal module was housed in. So the first of what is expected to be several items, perhaps up to 6 items altogether, to be jettisoned. That docking target container has been tossed retrograde. No chance for recontact with the International Space Station based on ballistic analysis. The crew had already completed the installation of the docking target on Prishal that will facilitate the arrival of future Russian visiting vehicles to the International Space Station. The crew currently pressing ahead with the completion of the installation of the television camera on Prishal that was removed from one port and is being installed on an adjacent port. We're approaching the 5-hour, 15-minute mark into today's spacewalk.
You know, the quarter lock pins are not tied in reality, not like in the pictures. You know, the lock pins are actually metal rings, so they hold the cables. They are removed and they are not tied up at all. So I think something was missing here. I should have foreseen that.
The report from the Russian flight control team in Korolyov is that with the installation of the Corps' automated rendezvous equipment on the Naoka multipurpose laboratory module and the installation of the television cable between Naoka and Prishal along with the docking targets now ensures that Prishal has a capability to receive Russian visiting vehicles in the future. Additional work is being assessed, including the removal of a floodlight, the installation of additional handrails on Prishal, and the removal of other communications antennas on Prishal that were used for its rendezvous and docking to the Naoka multipurpose laboratory module back in November. However, the Russians have confirmed that Prishal is now open for business as a viable docking port for future Russian vehicles in the future.
So I should approach towards the camera? Yes, Anton?
Так, нахожусь возле телекамеры.
So this is Anton. I'm next to TV camera. Copy. So I'm opening the 18.1. Yes, I can see the panel. It is secured to the cable. So what should I do first? I dematted the cable of TK1 camera. Copy, Piotr. So now I will cap it, the cable. You know, for some reason it rotates together with the base. It wouldn't hold. It rotates together with the base, with the foundation. Okay, this is an issue. Okay, so then just mate the cable. I cannot remove it, Moscow. I cannot remove the cable. Now, I have removed it. Okay, that's good. Yes, I have removed it. Excellent. Now, I take it, this cable, I mean. So should I install the puppet first? Yes. I deinstalled the camera from TK1 location. This is Piotr.
Теперь надо на ТК2 перенести.
Now we'll have to transfer to TK2 location, to port 2. So are you raising the pressure? Oh, do you understand the direction? So first, move towards the lightning fixture and then around the docking port. You know, if I go past the lighting fixture, the light, it won't be best option. Of course, there are antennas there. They will be in the way. So I will try to pass here. So this TK2, on which plane is that? Could you please remind me? Stand by 1, Piotr.
Я уж сам запутался в этих картинках.
You know, there are so many images here. I'm confused. It's between plane 1 and 4. Oh, correction. It is on plane 4. That's where it used to be between 1 and 4, and now it is on plane 4. Okay, Anton. Okay. So near the docking target, Anton, there is a cover that covers it a little bit, so it should be removed, I guess. Well, I was told to leave it there, but it covers a little bit the part of the target. So it's not good, Anton. I will try to resolve this issue. This is EV2.
И заодно пройду там к месту установки камеры.
And I will pass or translate over there to the location where the camera should be installed. Anton, Moscow, go ahead.
Закончилась подстыковка разъема, все завершено.
So you have completed with the connectors, right? Not yet. Of course, everything is too close. Here, not easy to access. So we are standing by for your report. I cannot see very well here.
Да, здесь есть риск, что чехол будет вылетать на мишень.
There is a risk that the cover could cover part of the target, just cover it partially a little bit.
This is Mission Control Houston, continuing to watch Anton Shkaplerov and Pyotr Dubrov at the Prishal module on the Earth-facing side of the Russian segment of the International Space Station. They are approaching the 5.5-hour mark in today's spacewalk, the first of the year outside of the International Outpost. A spacewalk which so far has seen the two cosmonauts bring to full activation the Prishal module as a docking port for future Russian visiting vehicles, that accomplished through the connection of Kor's automated rendezvous antenna cables between Prishal and the Naoka multipurpose laboratory module, the installation of Kor's rendezvous antennas and docking targets on Prishal itself, the routing of a television cable and intermodule television cable to provide TV continuity between Prishal and Naoka. The crew is in the process of relocating a TV camera on Prishal from one port to another. The TV camera originally on Prishal was designed to provide views of the International Space Station during its own rendezvous back in November for its automated docking to Naoka. Now it is being repositioned to provide views of approaching Russian vehicles that will be arriving to link up to Prishal, starting with the Soyuz MS-21 spacecraft with 3 cosmonauts on board in mid-March.
So the lock would not close on...
So far, the 2 cosmonauts jettisoned one item, that being the container that held the docking targets that were installed on Prishal, which launched on November 24th on a Soyuz 2.1B rocket from the Baikonur Cosmodrome in Kazakhstan, arriving 2 days later for its link up to Naoka.
Now I am in TK2 location for the camera installation. We can see you, Pyotr. Okay, so there is another skull cap headpiece cover, right? Okay, I have camera secured on red and on my retractable tether. So I will use this cable to secure the cover. I have installed everything. This is Anton. Will you check it? Anton, so you won, correct? Yes, I did. So can you see what I've done? Great, Anton. Well done. We will need to work with VDSU. So we have to wait until the camera is on. Okay, so should I cover the MLI flap? Should I close it? Yes, go ahead. Yes, if you can do it, please do it. It is on Velcro here. So I removed the cover. So, Volodya, this is Anton. What should I do next? You know, you should actually start gathering things and move on. So what should I do with the camera that is next to me?
Как приняли меня?
Volodya, did you copy my question? This is EV1.
Нет, извини, отвлекли.
My apologies. Could you please repeat your question?
Я говорю, с этой камерой ничего делать не будем.
So, I guess we do not do anything with this camera today, correct?
С МЛМовской нет, ничего делать не будем.
No, we don't think so.
Поэтому возвращаться к укладкам, и надо как бы собирать их в кучу.
Okay, so please go back to the kits and you will have to assemble them into a bundle.
Установлено в посадочной.
Okay, so the camera is in the position, it is secured.
Срывается.
So I did a pull test and the tab is installed. Excellent, Piotr. So I'm working with the tethers.
Так, осталось разъем еще будет закрыть.
I will need to make the connector.
Да, разъем и крышку открыть.
Yes, and open the cover, open the lid. Yes, of course, open the lid. Thank you for the reminder.
Спеши.
Unintelligible.
Федя, Петя, подожди, пожалуйста.
Piotr, don't demate the connector.
Принято. Пока не стыкую.
Don't mate connectors, correction, as yet. Can you see the 4 AVK antenna from your location? Well, let me see. I will try to do that, just to look at it.
Да, видна немножко.
Yes, I can see the dish of the antenna, only the dish.
Там просто просили сфотографировать ее еще.
I wanted to ask you to take a picture of it.
Хотя сейчас хорошо видно стыковочный узел.
I can see the docking port right now very well.
Готов подключить радио вообще, да?
Now, are you ready to mate connectors on our go? Yes, I am ready.
По нашей команде сейчас мы дадим команду.
So we will give you a go. Please stand by.
Хорошо, так, сейчас пока открываю.
Standing by. I'm opening the lid. Copy.
Так, UFT открыто.
And the opening MLI.
Снимаю крышку.
Now I'm removing the lid.
И по нашей команде сейчас.
And on our go, Piotr, please be ready.
Так, я в укладке нахожусь.
Moscow, this is EV1. I'm near the kit, near the bundle.
Переходы в каком состоянии?
Copy. What about the
Да.
short handrails? Are they bundled together? Yes, they are.
Да.
Сейчас, Антон, минуточку. Петя, можно стыковать разъем?
Piotr, you have a go to mate the connector. Copy. So I'm starting to mate the connectors.
Антон, а что если предложить тебе отбросить еще один контейнер?
Anton, I would like to suggest that you jettison another container. Another?
Где я нахожусь?
So, I am on plane number 3. Is it okay?
Надо вторая.
No, you need the plane 2 for jettisoning.
Третий станешь, тут может от себя отбросить.
So if you
Четвертый тогда
turn, your back to the plane, then you will be able to push it from you. But if there will be other planes, then you will have to turn and do like you did last time. So do you have the cover of the 4 antenna nearby? Yes, it is next to me. You know, if you can jettison both of them together, it would be great. Well, I don't know how to bundle them together. Of course, I don't want to use the tether. Well, I can do it with the help of the wire tie, of course. The connector is mated. This is Piotr, and the lock is locked. Copy. The connector is mated.
5 hours, 40 minutes into the spacewalk, Anton Shkaplerov is wrapping up work on the relocation of a TV camera from one port to another on the Prishal module. Meantime, Pyotr Dubrov is preparing 2 items for additional jettisons retrograde from the space station, one being one of the Core's automated rendezvous antenna covers, and another empty container in which other hardware was enclosed that had been installed earlier during today's spacewalk on the Prishal module.
It should be fine. What about the cover on camera? Is it open? Not yet. I didn't have time for that. I will have to close the MLI flap first.
Антон, а у тебя просили включить телекамеру Хека.
Anton, you are asked to activate Heka camera.
Еще раз что сделать?
Come again, Moscow. What did you say?
Включить телекамеру на шлемную Хека.
Please activate your helmet Heka camera. Not HD, but kind of regular one. Copy.
Очень ярко. Солнце заходит, не вижу, там горит, не горит.
The sunlight is very bright, and I'm not sure if I have activated it or not.
Так, оставляю один карабин на КПУ.
One hook on cable.
Хорошо. Хорошо.
Yes, keep it there.
клапаном идти на радио, что ли? Или открываешь крышку?
But are you opening the hatch? I'm already
Меня фал
recording here,
тянет постоянно.
but
Трудно.
А крышку открыл на телекамере?
the adjustable tail is pulling me constantly. Did you open the cover on the camera? Yes, I did open it.
Просили просто на своей телекамере, на шлемной.
They are asking to check activation of the helmet camera.
Включите.
Make sure it is activated. All right.
Так, не это выключил. Это выключил.
Принято.
Выключил, включил.
Checking activation. Do you want me to activate the second camera as well? Low.
Нет, только высокого просили.
No, just high resolution is fine.
This is Mission Control Houston, 5 hours 46 minutes into today's spacewalk. On the right side of your screen, Pyotr Dubrov in the home stretch of the fourth spacewalk of his career, joined by Expedition 66 Commander Anton Shkaplerov on the left. They have completed the relocation of a television camera on the Prishal module, have installed a television capability connecting both Prishal and the Naoka multipurpose laboratory module to which Prishal is attached. All of this work in association with bringing Prishal to a full capability now to support the arrival and dockings of future Russian visiting vehicles.
Getting darker. No hurry. No rush. Inaudible.
Да, сейчас страхую все, что снял.
Securing in place.
Хорошо. Ребят,
Так,
и
я
общее
уже
направление у нас уже на уход.
So,
Эти плоскости понял.
the third unit, I understand I'm at the
Так, наблюдаю СМ.
third plane. I am observing SM.
Принято.
Copy.
Занимаю позицию. Устойчивую. Подготовишь страховку, ну что я тебе говорю, ты уже это делал.
And prepare tethers, and you already done that.
Тоже наблюдаю третью плоскость.
Observing the third plane as well. But the cameras are frozen at this point, so please comment on everything you see.
Хотел поручня 7445.
7445 is the handrail.
Надо перейти направо.
Need to transfer right
Третья плоскость, да?
to the third plane.
И антенна тоже.
Check the antenna as well.
Так, я карабин на себя перестегиваю с крышки.
I am taking the handrail from under the lid. Copy.
Так, в принципе, мне надо на первую плоскость, наверное, идти.
And I probably need to move to plane 1.
Я сейчас нахожусь, получается, между первой и четвертой.
Because I'm in between the first and the fourth.
Значит,
Хотя светильник можно демонтировать пока.
I can go ahead and remove the handrail.
Временно фиксируем.
So just temporarily secure the transfer handrail at this time.
Так, занял позицию, готов запустить.
I'm in position ready to do the lid. Okay, I'm ready to eject.
Как слышно?
Go ahead. So antenna cover is flying.
Полетела.
It is flying now.
Занимаюсь контейнером.
And as you can see on the left side of your screen, the second item has been jettisoned, that being an antenna cover from one of the Corps' automated rendezvous antennas installed earlier on the Prishal module to facilitate the automatic rendezvous and dockings for future Russian visiting vehicles. Two items now have been jettisoned by Shkaplerov and Dubrov.
Так, нахожусь на поручне 7119.
7113 is the handrail I'm using.
Позицию занял.
I'm in position,
Готов подтолкнуть.
ready to push the container.
Пошел.
В нужном направлении.
It is in work, right direction, right trajectory. Perfect.
Так, с контейнерами закончил.
I'm done with the containers. What's next?
And the third item now has been jettisoned, that being an antenna container.
Already told Piotr.
So in all, three items have now been jettisoned by the two cosmonauts, retrograde from the space station, the ballistics analysis indicating no chance for recontact by any of these objects.
And make sure that they are not wiggling in between these handrails. Take your KPU, your bag. Also secure those with wire tires. Okay, I'm taking everything.
Постарайся растянуть
I will
поручни перехода
try to stretch the transfer handrail
плоскости
to on the third plane.
за счет
Антон, ты поручни перехода, да, сейчас фиксируешь?
Антон, ты поручни перехода, да, сейчас?
So you,
Хочу их немножко растянуть,
yeah, I'm trying to
чтобы они держались,
kind of
болтались.
stretch them to make sure that they're not wobbling.
Почти. Помогу.
Let me help you here.
Все-таки осталось на поручне.
It looks like there is still a gap on the handrail somewhat, and that will be okay.
Да, у нас же фалы непеременной длины на поручне, да?
And on the handrail, this is not an adjustable tether, right? It is
Обернуть.
adjustable, but it can be wrapped around the handrail.
Ну, сейчас посмотрим, как
Let me see what will be best thing to do. First, I stretched it.
Переход будем делать там, где приходили.
Going back will be the same path as coming in.
Как раз где Петя светильник снимал,
Same place where Peter removed the light,
обратно на гермоадаптером была 4580.
using same handrails by the adapter.
Что-то какая-то путаница в фалах. А, ты пришел?
Some kind of mix-up with the tethers.
Да, я пытаюсь распутать.
I'm trying to untangle them. Piotr speaking.
Петя, лебедка у нас в КПУ соединена, да?
Петя, лебедка у нас в КПУ соединена, да? Да, на КПУ висит.
Piotr, and the spool is on KPU tool carrier. Yeah, that is correct.
Петя, я вот немножко растянул. Так,
I stretched it a little bit here.
секунду.
Stand by.
Тут Москвы МКС на СКС-2. Вы готовы на меня включить ТГО СУСМ? Закрыть, извините, закрыть. Вот, я растянул.
So I just stretched the tether.
Можешь еще попробовать?
I can pull a little more.
Как пытаешься разобраться с фалами, которые тут...
I'm trying to untangle the tethers here.
Долго вижу фал поручня.
I see the tether that is on the handrail.
Не дотягиваюсь до него.
Check the handrail. I'm trying to reach it.
Ой.
Войти ее снизу. Ну, наверное, тебе быстрее будет. Нормально зайти.
Москвы, 2. Слышите меня?
Коннектор сейчас стоит, пройду. Марк, мы тебя слышим.
Спасибо, Петр.
Марк, вызывает суд Москвы.
Да, я хочу проверить, что я могу закрыть лук.
Москвы, наверное, не слышит.
Да, может.
Может, не зоны? Может быть.
Maybe Michigan from Moscow is not able to hear us. Mission from Moscow on space to ground 1 now. Mark.
Марк, 1 минуту.
Mark, stand by.
Можно ли закрывать?
Let us check and verify whether you can go ahead and close the hatch. I understand I should wait, right?
Пущий КПУ, который не нужен. Далеко? Вот он оставил перед тобой.
Да,
Все, призовешь. Нет, отпусти, я здесь не запутался с другими.
Conversation between EVA operators. Please let it go. Get a little closer.
Я придерживаю КПУ. Ага, так, все, повесил.
I'm holding on to the tool carrier.
Поручни соединить.
Now need to have this connection done
Достаешь или мне сделать?
on the handrail.
Давай я сделаю.
Let me do this.
Так, я на тебя, мне тоже купить вместе с крылопэдом.
Push towards myself.
Вот я на тебя поверну.
Okay, yes.
Я уже крылопэд есть. Да есть место? Марк, Супер Москвы, ВГ-1.
Mark, space to ground 1.
Нормально? Нормально. Так, я КПУ, да? Ага. Так, ты его держишь, он меня просто... Ты можешь закрыть.
Mark, go ahead and close the hatch.
Вот рядом со мной 2 фала, которые я пока держу.
We'll go.
Можешь отпустить.
I have 2 tethers with me.
Карабинов, которые... подожди. И вот он второй.
Using both hooks.
Так, чтобы он мне не мешал, да, его приступить, да?
Okay, where should I put it? Make sure it's not in the way.
За короткий? За короткий, да.
Small one, right?
Сингар можно повесить.
And hang it on swing arm.
Концаки. Не так работают концаки. Так, второй вижу.
The second one is below.
Надо это попасть. Тут такая порода. Так, сейчас поручни должны освободиться.
Now the handrail should be released.
Так, вот он фал. Поручни.
Here is the tether
Фал поручни.
for the handrail, and the other one is on КПУ.
Так, мне, наверное, ближе сюда.
Probably a bit closer.
О, вот так вот.
This way.
Все, никуда не денутся, должен пойти.
Okay, very good. They're secured in place. Not going to go anywhere.
Тут Москвы.
Mission control.
Как нас слышно?
How do you read us?
Отвечаем, ребята. Петя, а ты видишь, куда идти?
read you. Do you see your path ahead?
Мы закрепили поручень.
Okay, we attached the handrails.
Я крюк бык.
So I got the tool carrier. He got the Anton got the tool carrier. I have the crew log bag, and as to where to go, we are climbing up, right? Can you see? I see the path that we used coming here. Yep.
Где кабель подстыкован.
Where the cable is connected.
Если вы лицом на МЛМ сейчас,
If you are facing MLM
на той плоскости,
on a third plane, then
А мы шли.
okay, the way we came on, we were on the other side. We were on the second plane and then the first one.
от третьей к четвертой
Наверное,
идти.
тебе в мою сторону надо идти.
I think you should move towards me.
Я иду поверху сейчас.
Okay, I'm on the third plane
Тогда перехожу.
above, and then I will transfer.
Так, а я, наверное, прямо вот здесь перейду на поручень 7556.
To 7756 handrail and follow that handrail.
Все вижу.
I can see.
Ты подошел на 7554.
7754 is the handrail in front of you. Yes, confirm. And I'm transferring to
580, правильно.
4580 on MLM.
Петя, а ты кстати,
Сейчас взглянем, Марк.
Spectrogram 1, Mark speaking.
Выходил. Да, снизу.
А, нормально?
Ну, ТГО-СУСМ закрыт.
Появилась.
The GOSM hatch is closed. Thank you very much, Mark. Copy.
Вот здесь перескакивал, да?
And here we
Вот здесь перескакивал.
hop.
Я там прошел.
Yeah, I already passed that.
This is Mission Control Houston, 6 hours, 10 minutes into today's spacewalk. Russian flight controllers have provided a big picture as to where we're headed with today's spacewalk by Anton Shkaplerov and Pyotr Dubrov, indicating that they expect the crew to remain outside for about another hour as they evaluate some of the other tasks on tap. There are additional handrails that may or may not be installed. If they're not installed on the Prishal module, they will be tied down for installation on a future spacewalk. There will be no more removal of other antennas no longer needed on Prishal that were earmarked for jettisoning today. So 3 items have been jettisoned, no more jettisons on tap by the 2 cosmonauts for the day today. All other tasks have been completed. The cable routing and connecting of Core's automated rendezvous antennas and docking targets, the installation of a television cable between Prishal and the Naoka multipurpose laboratory module, and the relocation of a television camera on Prishal from one port to another. Prishal is now fully available for docking support for future Russian visiting vehicles, the first of which is expected to occur in March with the arrival of the Soyuz MS-21 spacecraft with 3 cosmonauts on board who will become members of the Expedition 67 crew. Once the 2 cosmonauts make their way back up the Strela boom to the Poisk module on the space-facing side of the Russian segment of the station and re-enter Poisk's airlock, they will close the hatch. That will signify the end of today's spacewalk by its official elapsed time. Mark Vandehei will be waiting on the other side of the hatch on the Russian segment to assist Shkaplerov and Dubrov in getting out of their Orlan spacesuits once the Poisk airlock has been repressurized. Again, we're expecting somewhere near another hour for today's spacewalk. It will take that much time to clean up the work site. We're still standing by to see whether or not additional handrails may or may not be installed. If they're not, they'll be tied down for installation on a future spacewalk. And it will take some time for the 2 cosmonauts to make their way back to the Poisk module, collecting their tools and tethers and ensuring that they have all the equipment that they'll bring back inside the Poisk airlock.
Anton and Peter, how do you read me? I read you loud and clear. I read you, Mark. I need to report the field is closed. Sounds good. Is everything nominal? Are you monitoring the situation? Because I'm following you closely. I think we need to somehow translate over there.
Да, по тому поручню мы шли.
We were walking along that handrail,
Перебирались, да?
and I think we crossed over here. Or was it further down? I think further down.
На кольце там поручни 4, 5, 5, 7, 4.
4, 5, 5, 7, 5, 5, 8, and 5, 5, 9. The circular handrails.
Да, сейчас на 4, 5, 5, 7.
Okay, we're now on 4, 5, 5, 7.
Если головой в сторону ПТО, то
If your head is pointing toward PHO, then you need to be translating to your right from 4557 handrail. Okay?
Вижу 4, 1, 3, 6.
I see handrail 4136.
1, 3, 6, это куда-то прямо, не туда.
No, it doesn't sound like the right direction.
Да, это параллельно.
It runs parallel.
Так, ну. Так, нам нужно вон туда. Так, тогда...
And we need to go over there.
42.
4136, 4142, and then we're going to go to a straight path. Sounds good.
Так, здесь мы сможем перейти, поэтому...
I'm wondering if we can translate over here. It's very long.
Да, наверное, сможем. Если я подам файл.
Do you want me to hand
Подам файл.
the tether over to you? What did you say? Hand you the tether?
Петя, до куда дошел? Как слышишь меня?
Peter, at which point are you at? After translation, I am on the handrail 4142
4113.
and 4113.
Уже на прямой.
So I'm already basically at a direct translation path.
12, 41, 12.
So 4113, 4112. Okay, yes, sounds like that's where we need to be.
Сейчас уже через пару минут посветлеет.
It's going to get a little bit brighter. There will be more light. It will be easier for you. Yes, it's hard to reach as far as 4108. Wow, you've gone that far. Inaudible. Is it all normal? Yes, I have passed the target. I can see you. Anton? Look here. You should be going to the other set of federal handrails because you're in the area 4134 at this time. I'm looking at 4133. You should be going to the ones that are near your feet. You don't think I'll move here? Well, the other one, this one is not going to have a handrail to move to this trailer. Do you think I'll be able to cross here? I doubt it. So you mean over here I won't be able to translate over? Yes. I thought, basically go back to handrails. Okay, we'll do it. And then translate there. It's dark. It's hard to see. So that is a long road home. So, how are you going here lengthwise? Yes, it worked for me over there. Oh, well. Okay. Well, I was using the adjustable tether. Well, I have the couple. Oh, well, I'll figure something out. Yes, 4113 is the direct path. So I need to understand where we're going to translate next.
По прямой просто вот сюда ко мне.
Just along the direct line in my direction. 4112, 4111, 4109.
Давай.
No, go ahead.
Он достал из себя на КПУ, перецепил.
Anton, could you reconnect the tethers from yourself to KPO? Well, the KPO itself is in the way, and I can't really ditch it.
Well, it's not болтается.
I was just hanging out there.
часов ребята работают.
6.5 hours, guys, you've been working.
Принято 6,5.
Copy, 6.5 hours.
This is Mission Control Houston. 6.5 hours into today's spacewalk. Shkaplerov and Dubrov continue working. Currently side by side on the Naoka multipurpose laboratory module that arrived at the International Space Station last July. The two cosmonauts are in the home stretch of this spacewalk, the 246th, in support of space station assembly, maintenance, and upgrades. They are in the process of attaching several handrails, two handrails, in fact, that were not installed on the Prishal module that you see at the top of your screen, the multi-port docking module to which future Russian vehicles will arrive and attach themselves to. Instead, they're being tied down and will be installed on a future spacewalk by Russian cosmonauts. All other work has been completed for the day. The installation of cables and antennas for the Corps' automated rendezvous system on the Naoka multipurpose laboratory module that will assist the arrival of future Russian visiting vehicles to the complex that will link up to Prishal. The two cosmonauts installed docking targets, installed a television cable providing TV capability intermodularly between Naoka and Prishal, and relocated a television camera on the Prishal module to provide visual cues and situational awareness for the cosmonauts who will be monitoring the approach of future Russian vehicles coming for link-ups to the International Space Station, the first of which will be a Soyuz spacecraft carrying 3 cosmonauts to the station in March. Once Shkaplerov and Dubrov are complete with this tie-down of 2 additional handrails that will again be installed on the next spacewalk that the Russians have planned, and they have a number of spacewalks on the books for the remainder of the year that will continue the outfitting of the Naoka multipurpose laboratory module, including the preparation of a European robotic arm for its installation, the installation of that arm and its functional checkout and deployment during an upcoming spacewalk in the spring, and then the relocation and deployment of a radiator on the multipurpose laboratory module, the activation of Naoka's airlock that will provide 2 airlocks from which Russian spacewalks can be conducted, the relocation of a portable workstation outside of Naoka, and the installation of a large object attachment system, basically for payload work, the Naoka serving a dual role, not only as an airlock for future Russian spacewalks, but also as a laboratory for future scientific research. It is one of the largest modules to arrive at the International Space Station, launched this past summer from Baikonur on a Russian Proton rocket.
Так. Что ты предлагаешь?
Okay, well, what would be your suggestions? What do you recommend? Did you put your hook on the ring? Yes, I did. Okay, is there space available? Yes, there's 6 sections. You can accommodate 6 people. Is there... Yeah, I got the short one. So I'm going to put the hook to whichever ring I get. Well, you can put your hook onto the other ring. Okay. So we're trying to get home on this transportation device. Inaudible. Yes, here we're sitting a little closer. Inaudible. Oh, okay. Looks good. So I was trying to get to my feet. I just want to make sure I don't get snagged onto the capot. Oh, everything is secured. Well, now we need to secure one.
As we pass the 6.5-hour mark in the spacewalk, Shkaplerov and Dubrov are heading back off of the Naoka multipurpose laboratory module to the Strela boom, the telescoping boom that they maneuvered themselves from one end of the Russian segment on the Earth-facing, or on the space-facing side, at the Poisk module that served as today's airlock staging area, to the Earth-facing side where they worked on the Prishal module throughout the course of the day. They'll make their way back to Poisk that you see in this view from an external camera on the International Space Station, perform a final cleanup and inventory of their tools, and then get back inside. Once they close the hatch, that will mark the official end of today's spacewalk in terms of elapsed time. And then we'll wait for the repressurization of the Poisk to ensure that everything is secure before we sign off for the day.
And then follow you. So you want me to go first? Well, you're going to be the one ingressing first. I'm just looking for somewhere to secure myself to. And also capot is snagged here. Okay. Okay, my arm is caught on something. I think you are able to fit through. It's a tight fit, but you'll be able to fit through. So I need to get my tethers here. Peter, go ahead. Safety tethers on the S2. What is it secured to right now? Well, I think through the loop on the FRGF or the PDGF, there is a handle with an loop. Well, you could have secured it to the main boom. So I'm going to put capot in first. Where is the adjustable tether? Well, that's the adjustable tether. So you have adjustable tether secured to the S2. No, it's not exactly a tether. It only has one hook, one loop. It has only one hook, and the other end of the tether is secured, tied to the mobile section of the cargo boom. Okay, sounds good.
Антон?
Да-да. Я занес КПУ. Нет, еще не вошел. КПУ и закрепил один файл.
KPU, I secured the KPU.
перчатки.
Let's perform the glove and the
Достанем полотенце и проверим.
spacesuit inspection. Pull out a towel and perform the wipe down. Okay, and the towel is in the couple. We're halfway here.
Так, Петя, тебе как-то дать полотенце?
So should I give you the towel somehow, Peter?
Антон, ты можешь немножко правее перестраховаться?
Can you, Anton, secure yourself a little bit to the right?
А то у меня с твоим пересечется.
Otherwise, my tether is going to overlap with yours. Okay. Maybe one step to the right. Okay, you can approach me now.
Вот, Петя. Так, сейчас пытаюсь пройти под стрелой.
Also, I'm trying to get under the boom.
Shkaplerov and Dubrov are now at the base of the Strela boom,
You will be
nearing the Poisk module that you see in the field of view. That's their
where
entry point to complete today's spacewalk.
you know
They have successfully integrated the Prishal module into an operational state as a docking port for future Russian visiting vehicles
so you will have to
through the
go
work that they
down
performed during the course of today's spacewalk.
sliding ring.
Давай, по чуть-чуть, как ты говоришь.
Okay, just a little bit, as you say.
Прижаться.
And what if you just try to push against it?
In addition to three items that were jettisoned by the two cosmonauts earlier today, they have used wipes to wipe down their spacesuits. This is standard operating procedure, and they plan to jettison those wipes. Again, they'll be jettisoned retrograde from the direction of travel of the International Space Station. No chance for those items to recontact the orbital outpost.
Или сюда, да, давай.
Yeah, maybe in this direction, Piotr. Try here.
Давай, я потяну немножко.
Okay, let me pull you a little bit. Yes, it's done. Success.
Так, полотенце одна штука.
So, one towel. Now I will need to understand what direction it should be jettisoned. So, okay, now let's do the inspection. The gloves are always before our eyes, so they are fine as far as I can see, so they are clean.
Так, твой скафандр.
Now your spacesuit, Anton. Unintelligible.
Ну, на тебе тоже грязи. Не...
Yeah, I cannot see any dirt or any contamination on your spacesuit, Anton. unintelligible.
Ребята, как выполнили осмотр противопожарный?
Guys, how are the results? What are the results of the inspection? We are doing it in process. I'm wiping my gloves. I also have wiped my gloves. This is EV2. Well, Peter's spacesuit is clean, more or less. I also did not see any contamination on Anton's spacesuit. But the gloves, you know, now the jettisoning of the towels, guys,
примерно из зоны поста оператора грузовой стрелы.
Is done from the location of the operation post of the Strela bomb. So you will need to reach the operator's post, and it's plane 3. Well, can I do it next to the bomb? Yes, Anton, you have to be very careful with the direction. I'm at the base of the bomb. Yes, one person can do the jettisoning, and the other operator can just give the towels to him. Okay. We are not receiving the video right now. So I turned around, and the first towel was pushed off. Peter, what can you say? Is it parallel? I saw only the shadow. Now I can see the towel. Yes, it is moving fine under the angle and a little bit up. Now please hold the other towel. Okay. Now I am jettisoning it right now. Yes, we can see it moving away.
And another towel has been jettisoned by the two cosmonauts. As they explained, these are towels that were used to wipe down each other's suits, standard operating procedure, jettisoned retrograde from the station to ensure no chance for recontact with the complex. The crew will spend some time now making sure that the inventory of all of their tools and tethers is in order before they re-enter the Poisk module. Once the hatch is closed, that will stop the clock on the elapsed time of today's spacewalk.
Yes, it is in the tool caddy. Can you see me? Yes, I can see the ratchet wrench. Great, copy. What about tethers? Adjustable tether, reds. All right, reds. I saw them somewhere here. Peter, you remember there were two reds right in the center here. Over there. Yes, one where you have wire tie on. Okay, so, and the other one, small.
A good view of Pyotr Dubrov from the helmet camera of Anton Shkaplerov. Dubrov wrapping up the fourth spacewalk of his career. He and Shkaplerov and NASA astronaut Mark Vande Hei are earmarked for a return to Earth on March 30th on the Soyuz MS-19 spacecraft that is docked to the Rosviet module on the Earth-facing side of the Russian segment of the International Space Station. For Dubrov and Vande Hei, that will wrap up a 355-day mission in space. For Vande Hei, it will mark the longest U.S. spaceflight by an American astronaut, single spaceflight in history. He will surpass the existing mark of 340 days in space for a single spaceflight set by Scott Kelly. That mark will be eclipsed by Vande Hei on March 15th.
It's should have
Сюда вот проволочный фиксатор.
Wire tie here,
И снятые чеки.
and also the lock pins or quarter pins from the camera.
Плюс один фал перед
Also, one tether
чеком.
that is retractable.
Вроде все, ничего.
I think that's it. I don't think I've missed anything. Copy, Piotr.
КПУ у нас, да?
And you have safety tether, American safety tether on the KPU.
Ребятка, да, на КПУ.
Correct, yes. This safety, American safety tether, real or peanut tether is on KPU. Copy all. Now it's a go to ingress in MRM 2. Copy.
Время выключения сублиматора вам подскажут.
And the time of the sublimated activation will be given to you. All right? Copy. So I'm going first, correct? This is Anton.
Having completed an audit of all of their tools and other hardware, there's Anton Shkaplerov, the Expedition 66 commander, re-entering the Poisk module airlock. He'll be followed by Dubrov. The crew will get themselves set up inside the airlock before closing the hatch that will mark the official end of today's spacewalk.
All right, I will turn around.
Так. У меня там фалы.
Okay, so there are tethers snagged
Фал КПУ.
there. So KPU tether. Okay.
Так. Следующий какой тебе? Длинный? Сейчас, давай.
So which one should be next? The long one?
Да, какой тебе?
Yes, any that, you know, is convenient for you.
Короткий.
So the short one.
Так, есть.
All right, got it. Now the long one.
Вот, спасибо.
Thank you so much.
Так, может, какой-то сюда будешь давать, я его...
Maybe you will give me something, I will secure it here.
Так.
Now it's my turn. This is EV2.
Говоришь, что?
Peter, what did you say?
Ой, моя очередь.
I said it was my turn.
Все, подожди, меня
To ingress, okay, let me move away a little bit. Okay, so please take a position that is comfortable for you and tell me when.
Ну, почти беда.
Okay, Peter, I'm almost ready. This is EV1.
Может, тебе помочь?
So, should I help you? Should I assist you?
Твои ноги увидишь.
Well, if you see my feet there and you can direct them in the
Место уже мало, у меня вряд ли получится.
correct direction, I would appreciate it because, you know, it's very tight space here. If you help me to turn, I would appreciate it.
Это по готовности тоже можешь заходить.
Peter, are you ready to ingress? Yes, I am. Copy. I am ingressing. I will do it differently now, a little bit. Stand by one. Anatoly. Anton, I will reattach the hook here. So the trash bag wouldn't fit. Maybe it should be removed. I cannot remove it. Oh, thank you so much, Anton, for your assistance. I'm almost there. I am in. All the tethers are inside with me. This is EV2. Copy, Piotr. Guys, the recommendation is to deactivate HECA cameras, but ERCA cameras can be on. So the digital HD cameras should be on. The HD should be activated and ERCA should be on. Okay. So well, I am not able to do it. This is Anton. I can do it. This is Piotr. All right, the LED is not illuminated. I mean, camera LED. Thank you so much, Piotr. You did it for me. Anton, Piotr. When you are ready, you can deactivate sublimators and the cold switch, cold warm switch should be in position 3. So once sublimators are deactivated, then the thermal control system also should be deactivated. Okay, copy. So I'm deactivating heat exchanger. It is off, OFF, and the switch should be in position 3. And also the thermal control system ISR is deactivated. Copy. Anton also has everything deactivated and the switch is in the position 3. Everything is ready. Copy. Copy, guys. Now the timers should be on. Yes, we have the drying process and the couple is flying around. Now, wait for 10 minutes. You can actually remove the protective ring in the meantime and do the inspection of the seals. So once the dry out is complete, then you will close the hatch.
This is Mission Control Houston. We're at the 7-hour, 1-minute mark into today's spacewalk. The two cosmonauts back inside the Poisk airlock. They have turned on the sublimators for their suits to help dry out any excess condensation that built up during the course of their spacewalking activities in the void of space throughout the day today. Once a 10-minute drying out period is complete, which is standard operating procedure, they will close the hatch, and we will wait for official hatch closure time that will mark the end of today's spacewalk, the first of the year outside of the International Space Station.
Can you push me up a little bit? Yeah, I mean push you? Yes. Okay, so you tell me what to do, how hard I should push. Of course, I'm squeezed in between hardware here. So we are removing protective ring.
And in one of the final activities for today's spacewalk, the two cosmonauts are removing the protective ring from the hatch cover for the Poisk airlock. This is a ring of insulation that is always put around the circumference of the hatch once it is open, and for the duration of a spacewalk, to protect it from any inadvertent micrometeoroid debris hits.
Okay, so something got in between. All right, thank you. You're welcome. Okay, so we are in this boat together. So you want to put it somewhere, this folded protective ring? Maybe under the 6122 handrail? Yes. Great. Okay, so can you reach, to the left? Can you just pull it? I'm afraid I won't reach there. So, when we start closing the hatch, Peter, then we'll have more space. Okay, let us start closing the hatch. Okay, we'll have to wait for the ground to go. When you will receive the message that everything is nominal, then you will close the hatch. Guys, this is Moscow. Okay, maybe we can use some kind of extender to push it a little. All right, so let it be for a while, for now. Artemiev will have a lot of EVAs next time. Okay, so our normal message has been received, and EV1 also received the message. I guess now we can start closing the hatch. So there was a tone and a message. No, I haven't heard the tone yet. This is EV1.
Да, Петр, у тебя по температуре
Piotr,
10 минут.
so your message appeared a bit earlier than 10 minutes because of the temperature inside the spacesuit. Well, he's a hot guy, Piotr.
Антон, а у тебя
Антон,
на счетчике сколько там?
what about the timer reading? 6:30. That's what my timer shows. Copy.
Есть. Патрон, контроль СО2, к сожалению. Не то.
All right, I received a message, but a different one. Yeah, so you will have to wait until the 10 minutes expire. I thought, it was the drying normal message. I was so happy, but it was not that.
Делать перевыходы. Да, так и поступили. Это 7:10, 7:15.
7:10, 7:15 is on the counter.
Я не слежу за рекордами.
I mean the time of the EVA. So what is your record, Peter? Do you remember? It was 7 hours, but I don't remember exactly.
Петя, пока идет сушка, посмотри, пожалуйста, резиновую.
Okay, this is Anton. I have received the message. Piotr, could you please inspect the rubber seals on the EVA hatch? Copy. So we have both received the message. Now you can close the hatch.
Можно закрывать.
Copy. On my side, everything is good, and this is Piotr. I am inspecting the seals. Everything is nominal. The interface is clean, and we are ready to start closing the hatch. Copy, Piotr. So we have received a go.
Внимательно, чтобы не попадало при закрытии крышки.
Please make sure that nothing.
And continuing to take this view from the helmet camera on Pyotr Dubrov, wrapping up the fourth spacewalk in his career, all of which have exceeded 7 hours in duration. Today, no different.
Yes, it works.
Standing by for the closing of the hatch, will stand by also for the Russian flight controllers to confirm an official hatch closure time, and then we'll be able to provide spacewalk statistics.
7 часов 56 минут. Чуть-чуть до 8 не дотянули.
Piotr, during EVA 49, the time was 7 hours 56 minutes, just 4 minutes short to 8 hours. Yeah, so it would have been historical EVA.
Там близко летают всякие тибетейки.
Okay, so there are these cowl cap covers flying around. Okay, I have received also the message from the cartridge, and let me double check that nothing got in between the seals. Now, until a hard stop, guys. Yes, we heard the click. The hatch is closed. And remove the hatch tool.
Спасибо за работу, ребят.
Thank you for your work, guys, so much.
Передаю, Денис.
unintelligible.
По времени у нас вышло
So how much time did we spend outside?
7:11.
7 hours, 11 minutes.
мы рады.
We are happy about that.
Петр Антон, это Дмитрий.
Dr. Anton, this is Dmitry, so you have closed this hatch. Great job. Now, please.
And we have official confirmation that the hatch to the Poisk airlock has now been closed at 1:28 p.m. Central Time, 2:28 p.m. Eastern Time, bringing the first spacewalk of the year to a close at 7 hours, 11 minutes. 7:11, the magic number for today's spacewalk, with the hatch closed at 1:28 p.m. Central Time.
Okay, here are the cue cards. Step 4, MRM2 repressed to 260 millimeters.
Значит, надо у него почек. А? У него, значит, должен быть 10-й.
Okay, so there should be cue card 10,
Маленький вот этот ноль, вот тот, который сверху у тебя.
the one that is above, on top here.
Давай, давай.
Yes.
Там 9-й, потом 10-й. Ага. Желание после выхода.
And checking the cue card repress of TV. This is Dmitry.
Что? Марк? Это Марк, да, я готов.
Yeah, this is Mark here.
Принято, хорошо, Марк. Правильно я понимаю, что у нас с вами ПГСМ закрыт, правильно?
PGSM hatch,
закрыт, да?
PGSM is closed. Confirm? Confirm.
Хорошо.
Copy, good.
По какому идем?
Так, Петр, если готов, фрагмент 10, шаг 4.
Further,
Надув
cue card 10,
50 миллиметров.
step 6, repress to 260 millimeters mercury from PHO. Copy. Step 4,
КС-2 закрыто.
KS2 is closed.
Закрыто. КСД-СО
KSSO closed.
закрыто. Транспарант КСД-СО открыт, не горит.
KSSO LED is off.
Есть доклад оператора 3 о закрытии люков ПХО.
We have PHO
Нажимаем КВД.
hatch closure. Confirmation PHO SO
И КВД ПХО СУ открыт.
arm and get the PHO open.
По открытию, по загоранию транспаранта на пове.
So as soon as on the control panel you have LED on, go ahead, yes, and start the timer. I do have LED, the PHO open. When pressure is reaching
Но не позже, чем через 6 минут.
260, which is in about 6 minutes, we will close the PHO
КВД
close.
У нас с вами давление по моновакуумнику МИМИ-2 растет.
Pressure gauge reader MRM is
Падает.
rising, and PLSK is
Если будете давать,
slowing, dropping. So let us know when you have 260. Copy.
$75.
75 now.
0,28 у второго.
0.28 for the second one. 0.26.
На веревке. Если давление в скафандре меньше. 130 давление.
130 pressure.
Ну, скольки?
0,2.
We need Point 2, we have the second one. I have point 18. If the pressure is less than 002, then use the injector. The pressure number 2 is 150. Copy. Point 16 for the second EV operator.
This is Mission Control Houston. The repressurization of the Poisk module airlock on the Russian segment of the space station is underway. Everything went by the book today for Anton Shkaplerov and Pyotr Dubrov in this first spacewalk of the year out of the International Space Station. Here are the statistics. This was the 246th spacewalk in support of ISS assembly, maintenance, and upgrades. The first spacewalk out of the International Space Station this year. The second for Expedition 66. For Anton Shkaplerov, this was the third spacewalk of his career. He now has a total of 21 hours, 39 minutes of spacewalking time. Pyotr Dubrov's spacewalk today was the fourth of his career, totaling 29 hours, 49 minutes. The 246 spacewalks conducted out of the International Space Station that began with the first assembly mission for the station back in 1998. This was a 7-hour, 11-minute spacewalk today, bringing to a total now of 1,555 hours and 37 minutes of spacewalking time, which is the equivalent of 64 days, 19 hours, and 37 minutes of spacewalking time in the history of the International Space Station. Everything that was earmarked to activate and integrate the Prishal module into the Russian segment of the International Space Station as a viable docking port for future Russian visiting vehicles was accomplished, including the installation of cables and antennas for the Corps' automated rendezvous system that will help guide Russian vehicles in for their dockings to Prishal on the Earth-facing side of the Russian segment of the International Space Station. The crew also installed several handrails on Prishal, installed a television cable to provide connectivity between Prishal and the Naoka multipurpose laboratory module, and relocated a television camera from one port to another on Prishal, again, to provide visual cues and visual awareness for approaching vehicles to the Russian segment of the International Space Station in the future. This was the first of a bevy of spacewalks that are on tap for Russian cosmonauts out of the International Space Station to continue outfitting not only Prishal, but the Naoka multipurpose laboratory module, which will serve both as a scientific platform as well as a second airlock for Russian-based spacewalks out of the International Outpost. There are several U.S.-based spacewalks out of the Quest airlock that are on tap beginning in March that will prepare the complex for the next series of installations of the new solar arrays, the augmented solar arrays for the power system on the International Space Station, as well as the replacement of a component called a radiator beam valve module. All that work is on tap, along with the arrival and departure of a number of visiting vehicles in the months ahead. But today it was all about the Prishal module outside of the Russian segment of the station. That work all completed for Anton Shkaplerov and Pyotr Dubrov in 7 hours, 11 minutes. With the repressurization of the Poisk airlock well underway, we will call it a day for today. We appreciate your attention. Thanks for tuning in, and we wish you a good day and a good week. The rest of the week, be safe. This is Mission Control Houston.